Good morning, Glorg. Well, I started a little later today. The little one was coughing again in her sleep and slept a little later. I want to do more for her, but it's hard to be a parent. When do you stop worrying about them? I like the specialist. I don't love 4K hit points in these units. Guess I'll go with the giant. I don't think you do either. How many fangs on the other side? Bloody crawlers and a saber tooth. Not great. Good morning, Greg. Stormcallers can kill Sabretooth. Trying to decide if I want the fangs. I think I do. I'm gonna play a little ahead of the tower, but not a lot. There's still room for defensively. And I don't know. I can't get over thinking it's better to put the Stormcallers vertically. Like, it just makes it so much easier to survive a missile strike. I'm going to try something like this, but I think it's worth experimenting some with positioning. That was enough to pull everything over here, so I'm basically doing that. I think part of what I'm worried about is I had pneumonia when I was a kid. And I really don't want her cough to continue to get worse. And then, like, is it allergies? The doctor said it's likely viral. Just worried about my kid. Here, our Vulcan is likely going to be good for us. I'm really glad I positioned around missiles. I forgot to look, but they're missile specialists. That was probably a good call. I'm going to take ER Vulcan, even though it's going to set me back just a little bit, because I do want to buy Phoenix this round. I know they're going to go for my Storms. I'm okay with that. I don't have enough to I'm not rich enough to skip a deployment here. Like, if they buy a round, they weren't able to beat me the first round playing aggressively. So my hope here is they use both missiles and kick my butt this round. And in the future, I can save some cash. Actually, my hope here is they click anti-missile, which they have, and still nuke them. Okay, this is good. This is good. They've used both missiles in the same round in order to win this round. It's not surprising that they bought Mustangs. Those are very good against Fangs. They're going to beat me here, and that's okay. My hero power can come into play too. They will eventually, yes. I mean, we could. Crap. I meant to click the unlock unit button. Huh. Well, that sucks. I kept thinking, why would you need an undo button in this? Now I know. All right, we'll figure that out next turn because we're going to get the Vulcan next turn. So this turn, let's get a couple of crawlers going here. I think a little bit of reinforcements would be nice. And we'll have that barrier online in just a minute. Bloody Mustangs, huh? And they're reading me like a book. It's going to make them harder committing to it. Which means I think I get them next turn with the Vulcan. Which they should see coming, but might not. It did take Missile Interceptor on the Mustangs. Oh, go, go, little buddy. All right. Have you been, Standard? It's been a minute. These are just going to get sold. We just jump and move them and accept that they could be a little better. They should be able to still do the same job from over here. I want to make sure there's decent chaff in front of my Vulcan. A good call by my opponent. I need to level these towers. I'd say we're doing well, yeah. I didn't think that one through before I started clicking crap, so that's on me. Worth shielding. I need Scorch. There we go. Like Melting Point gives us some options. Rays would also be pretty good if I just click armor. They don't really have anything that can do anything about that. I'm willing to click armor. I also need Scorch. I don't think I want to sell anything to get the levels. We may have to get levels next turn. I mean, it is round 6. I could start loaning. Levels on these guys. They're doing something. So doesn't kill my bros. They went for cloaking instead of armor. Hello, Orcish. Downside is that is we got stuck trying to shoot this dude, but I think that'll be okay. There we go. We might be able to win this thing if I'm careful. Free upgrade's nice. I think production line would be nice too. Wasp Swarm's useless. I'll take this. It's basically giving me a free level on this bro. I need something that can take care of this air problem. These guys have been good for me. They don't really need to get leveled. I feel like Melting Point could do it. Especially if we're looking to close out the game. I could take a melter at temp range and do a multi-melter. Slap them over here. Slap one over there. I just need them over here, don't I? See if this does what I want it to do. This was a tough game. And regardless of who wins here, this is a big fight. That Dedge? That's Dedge. It's not Dedge! I've got another turn. What can I do with it? Slam a War Factory or an Abyss and cross my fingers. I'm running out of time. Only need to win one more round. All right, Abyss. I need you to do what you do. It didn't work. It's freaking close, though. Get there. Just not right this second. My baby's cute. Now let's go again. All right, I need to win this one. There's an elite specialist with chaff and a ton of hit points. That kind of makes me excited. I don't know that it's the best pack, but it's the pack we're going to try. And they're not playing Stormcallers. So we can take a pair of arc lights and be in pretty good shape here. Basically this formation before, and it's worked pretty well. We're not a missile specialist because we saw the missiles, or we saw the missile specialist in our pack. This should have the tanks get there just a little bit ahead of everybody else. Maybe I don't want that. That's why Sabretooth is such a weird unit, right? Like, it has tons of HP, and you want to utilize that. If it gets locked on by, like, a marksman pretty early, you might actually be in trouble. Let's see where this goes. Not appear it's going to get locked on by a marksman early. They're releasing the hounds. Level 2 arc lights getting the job done. Enraged Phoenix is nice. Now, I often like to buy Phoenixes on this round, but I can't on Elite spec. Rhino Assault is likely to win me around. I also need to be prepared for them having it. I don't think I can beat it if they have it. Right, that means we can take this and get a Phoenix another time. I need to remember that I have it, right? Because it's going to be good. It's just not good right now. I'm going to be interested in a Mustang, but not now either. Well, what if we did this? Try to defend ourselves from the Rhino airdrop. At least to an extent. No Rhino airdrop. They went with storms. Okay, storms are pretty reasonable. For them, not really for me. If I can clear the chaff fast enough, they can't really win. A big problem here is I don't know if they're looking to go deep into this or not. So we'll have to kind of determine that. The tarantula is actually pretty good into what they're doing right now. But it's also sort of doing what the arc lights are doing. I'm going to take the marksman because they don't have super hard DPS units currently. I might sell out of them eventually. Because the Phoenix can kind of do that, and I've already got ER Phoenix, so I might should have thought a little more about that before I invested in it. I almost want to make a boat here. But I can't. Understand that. That means maybe a couple of Mustangs are looking good. I don't have to anti-missile them this turn. Kind of an ugly looking positioning in turn. I don't love it. See where it goes. They took the marksman too, which makes sense. They don't want to get wrecked by the phoenixes. They took some fangs too to prevent that. We can decide if we want to anti-missile the Mustangs or not. We'll need more chaff if we do. That's okay. Got more chaff. Our marksmen are laughably ineffective here. We need chaff clear, big time. That can be arc lights. I got big chaff clear problems. Hey, sounds good, Donnie. All right, I'm going boat. I can do it right now, but it's my whole turn. So is one boat good enough to take them out? It's not really, especially when my biggest problem is chaff. Yeah, fair enough. They're all getting there at the same time. I want the Overlord. I just can't get it with this where I am now. That means we kind of have to wait till next turn to do it. Yeah, we're going to do anti-missile on the Mustangs. I want to get my bow next turn and see if I'm up onto something there. Dang it, is it scorpions that I actually need? Isn't a boat just an air scorpion? Especially if I've got improved boat, we take boat. It needs to happen now. I don't have everything I want on this, but I'll take it. I feel like I'm not playing particularly well here. I think I'm a little anxious. I didn't sleep great last night. I've got a dental appointment tomorrow. Those are two just lovely things to come together. Hello, John. Did better. All right, try to kill it now. It's pretty hard to play a defensive stratagem with elite spec. I think them buying the Overlord is really good for me because they're not going to be able to compete with my Overlords. Let's use them, please. But yeah, I agree. Odd choice. It may still kick my butt. Yeah, I feel like they could have bought nearly anything else and been in better shape. But it worked, so maybe I'm the one that's wrong. I mean, we're all taking the EM. I can't really afford to take that right now. I can do photon emission, which protects us from the EMP. They don't have it, so I think I want to do that. If I buy another Overlord, it's kind of all I'm doing this turn. I'm not super opposed to that. You're asking good questions. I don't have a great answer, unfortunately. I don't think I don't have Mothership on my tag bar. Use a tiny bit more chaff clear of my own. And if I'd leveled up my towers, I think we're in good shape. I don't have the money to do everything I want to do. We wanted a little more chaff clear. Good morning, Darmist. I feel like I've already lost this one, but I'll give it one more turn. I think I made some mistakes pretty early in this round that cost me. I should have been going Scorpions. Yeah, I think there's a lot I could have done better. It's hard sometimes for me to focus on the game. Like, it's weird. Priorities are just so different than they were like 5 years ago. I'm happy about it, but it's just a very different life. It's okay. I'll get there. I've got time. Got a picture from the preschool. Let's see how the little one's doing. Just want to see that she looks happy. I like that there's a lot to learn in this game. She seems pretty happy. Sometimes it can be really frustrating. That's eventually why. Hey, good morning, Raptor. How you doing, bud? That's eventually like I tried to play this game twice before now and quit. Like I have an interesting history with Mechabellum. I tried it when it was in incredibly early access, and then I tried it again right before the little one started preschool. And both times I was like, I just don't have the time to sink into this. And now I have it, but the brain space is still not quite 100% again. I know I used to think better. But I also know that part of my brain, and it's a very large part now, and you can see most of it thanks to the baldness, is like focused on what she needs and making sure that she's going to be safe and that she's taken care of. And I know that will shrink as she's able to do more and more for herself. Like, it seems like she almost needs more now that she was 3 than she did when she was a little baby. So that'll expand until it gets to a certain point where it all just comes crashing down. Usually lacrosse weekend for the youngest? Hell yeah. Going to New Orleans tomorrow to visit family. Yeah, the little one's got a chest cold too. Did y'all work out the multiple dad party? I mean, I'm gonna teach her Mechabellum. She's a lot like her mom though, so chances are she's gonna teach me Stardew Valley. But some wife told me there's like skeletons you can fight in a cave or something, so maybe it's not so bad. It's everything I don't like about video games. That doesn't mean it's a bad game. My wife and my sister love it. Good to hear, Raptor. Dude abides. I had the realization. All right, I gotta actually think for a second. I don't love these packs, but I can work with the training specialist. Like, we got really into Severance. We watched it. We enjoyed it. It took me a while to recognize that John Turturro played Jesus in The Big Lebowski. I was like, oh my God, that guy's amazing. Do I need marksman of my own? Need something to kill those big dudes. Gonna have to buy marksman. I don't want to buy marksman. I have to buy marksman. Either buy marksman or I just buy a Sabretooth now. And that doesn't make a lot of sense. I could buy a Phoenix next turn, but that's not going to be great against their own marksman. This is just a weird marksman mirror, and I don't love it. I could spam crawlers, but they're just going to die to the tarantula. Okay, fine. I have to buy marksman. I mean, the only bad thing about the Saber is missing a deployment, right? Like, I'm not doing that. My MMR is stuck at 1300, and I was stuck at 1200 for a while. I've been enjoying the process of learning a little bit and getting better. It's been fun. You'll get there. I'll get there. And that's also kind of just how MMR works. You got to learn to level. The Wasp Worm is pretty damn good for me and pretty not good for them. IQ tests are all bogus. I think I can be happy with that. I don't think I want to take the Assault Scorpion defensively. Redeployment's really good too. Lets me do all sorts of silly flanking shenanigans. Kind of don't mind Stormcallers here either. I don't have to go, like, bigly into it. But it does look like it'd be pretty good here. I don't think I want another marksman. I'll just take more chaff. It's never bad to have more chaff. They took it too. And bought Mustangs. Okay. It's still going to provide us a nice little distraction. But that ultimately is pretty bad for me, given their positioning. They're a step ahead of me. Yes, Army does things properly, I'm sure. Well, they don't have wasps. They just have a wasp swarm. Which is what we had too. I'm trying to decide if Scorpion solves all my problems, but it's a little bit overkill. That said, there is no kill like overkill. I'm trying to decide if I want a level 3 Scorpion here. I think I'll take a pair of level 2s. I don't love jamming Fangs into Mustangs. Let's see what they took. They took the Raiden. Okay. They took missile intercept on that too for one pack of Stormcallers. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Mustangs are too fast. What can I beat a Raiden with? Aerial Spec Mustang should do it. You're not wrong, Tim. Really want any of this. Lyra, how have you been? It's been a minute. Feels weird to pass up on the nano repair kit, but I don't want it. I couldn't get 2 Mustangs if I did that. It's a good joke. It's an older joke, but it checks out. Does it feel old? Like, how long have you felt old? Because I feel like I've been feeling old for a long time. But I'm just about to hit 50. Just about. I've got a couple years, but it is inside. My Mustangs are getting obliterated. So they bought a Stormcaller and teched it right as I'm going into Mustangs. Okay. About a year, my knee needs replacing. Here we go. Well, I don't think you're old. So there's that. EMP's pretty great. Could decide if I pop this to get it off cooldown. It feels a little early to be loaning. I guess that's probably what I'm scared of the most. I'll save it till next turn. Like the brain not working as well. So if you've got that, you're in excellent shape. What games are you playing these days? I was supposed to shoot down all those missiles. Irritating that I didn't. Commander, nice. We're gonna lose this on the timing. And they were better prepared for the EMP than I was. Huh. I feel like the Farseer is an excellent option. I am a little shy chaff clear, so taking the Vulcan is like exciting. It got some, which was nice. See Carney saying things like, Canada will never be for sale. I was like, you go, Carney. But I can just buy the Vulcans if I want them. I think I do. This is more for comedy than anything else. Yeah, but Commander's not about winning, is it? It's about the friends we make along the way. Took down the shields too. If you land the Rhino on top of something and damage them, but they're not really... I could sort of do it there. I'm a little worried about a Rhino assault from them or a big flank. So I think I'm going to take... I'm going to take the assault. I think it's probably okay if they try a flank there. They took Missile Interceptor too, but you have the one Stormcaller that's not really doing much. I think we may have this, which is nice. I mean, is he wrong? I think I've got to take the Phoenixes just in case they take the Phoenixes. EMP's not back yet, so I don't have to worry about that. I kind of want an electromagnetic explosion on something of mine. It's so cheap here, I may as well use it. I have to save this and use it next turn. Well, that sucks. Can't really beat that. I know something that can. Thanks for reminding me about the oil. Oh, they remembered it this time. I need more Mustangs further up here to intercept those missiles. See you later, dude. I mean, U.S. politics is kind of a joke right now. Like, it's one of those things that would be funny if only it were funny. All right, I need a little break. I'll come back. We'll probably do one more. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. I've got a dental appointment. Yeah, you get U.S. politics and a robot game for fun. But I'll be right back. We'll play some more. Babble some more. Oh, hello. I want my jacket. All right. We're going to win this one. It's going to be great. The Amplify Specialist is the only one that's really set up to be a little bit defensive here. So I'll take it. I haven't played the Specialist much before. I'm not sure what units most benefit from it. I would assume things like Vulcans. Overlords, I haven't seen a lot of them. But Phoenix or Marksman. Melting Points. I'm trying to decide if this is an opportunity to potentially go carry Fang. I haven't done that in a long time. And it might not be too bad if they're not prepared for it. It doesn't stack up great against sledges. But it can, given a little bit of time. I just want to see if it's even semi-viable. What's up, Duel Master J? MTG Arena? Like Magic? I haven't Magicked in a while. This just caught my interest and really hasn't let go of it. Get one of these now. It does. But as soon as they do that, I start making hackers. So we can turn on the hacks next turn. I can also potentially shield them next turn. I mainly want to test if this is still viable at this MMR. I'm not 100% sure it is, but I want to check it. So we're going to check it. The arc lights do indeed pose a problem, as do the stormcallers. What got you back in? You don't like hackers here? I think we hacker next turn. I'm so certain of it, I'm going to go ahead and pay the fee. Those crawlers are going to decimate me. We kind of held the right side, though. It's just the crawlers were too much. Yeah, I'm basically seeing if a cheese strategy still has any viability. And I'm guessing the answer is no. But I haven't really tried to force something like this in a minute. And every once in a while in an auto battler, to avoid getting frustrated, I'll do something like this. This is not the right place for my hackers to be. That was a really bad move. But that's an error of positioning more so than composition. I think there's a possibility you could still do something with Hairy Fangs. It's just not right. That was not the way. I positioned too far backwards to do it too. All right, let's do one more and actually give it a go. This game's a lot deeper than most of the strategy games I've played. It has less RNG, which is exciting and frustrating, as it forces you to come to terms with your losses really are your fault. It's like, okay, that's fair too. There is some RNG. You were right. The arc lights destroyed me, but that's generally why, like, the advice that experienced players give newer players is don't commit to a strategy until after the unit drop. Whereas I walked in and was like, okay, I'm going to try this strategy. Like, I feel like this game is actually the ultimate game of chicken. Is like, go headfirst at your opponent until one of you blinks and tries to do the counter, and then it's game over. Elite Specialist with no chap is right out. I'm not playing a Speed Specialist, so this comes down to Sabretooth versus Supply. And I think I'll go with the Supply. That gives me the most flexibility. Opponent is on Aerial Specialist, which is worth noting. They have Balls and Fangs, which is not a lovely combo. It kind of makes me want to get Fangs myself as my chaff. Because if they do something dumb, like early Wasps, this setup can potentially do something about it. Let's see if you got anything over here. Going Fangs and Crawlers. I mean, I already want Mustangs. Don't know if I actually have anything that can kill the balls. That's some really bad tower timing. We still win? Good lord. Way to go. Missile Strike's not bad. This is also pretty skippable. It has gotten better, as. I don't see how we do anything here but buy 2 packs of Mustangs. Just on the assumption that they're probably going to take the Crawler Swarm, and this will stop it. Mostly. The defense also gives you a big deal in the Fang v Fang mirror, so I'm going to take that. And if they want to nuke one of these, they can nuke one of these. They'll be better off with the nuke or the missile than I will. But I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that. Our biggest problem here is we don't really have any DPS, so we need to solve that. I know one unit that can solve that problem pretty easily. Even though it's easily countered by Sub-Zero. So, I was just thinking about that. Solves a lot of our problem. I mean, the problems are eventually going to go into the air, though, is the problem. But they're not right this second. Arclight's shooting the wrong damn thing. I reckon we put some range on those Mustangs and we're okay. There's some things you can do with super heavy armor. I wasn't really prepared to do that right now, but I can get there. We can potentially look at doing that next turn. What I might want to do is elite recruit a fort and put that on it, and then what are they going to do? And that's going to come in handy too. Right now, I can't quite afford it this turn. I have to grow it the old-fashioned way. Awkward because it's like, where's the least obvious place to shoot? Fortress might be able to level himself, given a little bit of time. Farseer is very nice against this opponent. It's Air Force, it's range. They're going to buy a boat. So 3 squads of marksmen might be good too, but I can get close to that without anything. Whereas this is the only way I can get it. Take the melting points. We can counter that with more chaff. Melting point is really good against what I built. It helps with our issue. Kind of need a little more. than what I have. Because I still think they're going to bust out the boat here in a. I dare say we're okay. It is a lot of armor. I mean, Sabretooth can do some deeps against the thing. That's all we got left. Worm just kind of seems to be the way to do it. He says, and then loses. Alright, so how do I stop the melting point? I have to stop them now or I'm dead. I feel like it might be this. If we got anything here. I feel like probably not, but we're gonna see. Okay, yeah, one missile took care of all of my elite bangs. I would have needed a portable shield to pull that off. Or a shield airdrop, I guess. What if they got EMP on? The Phoenixes? No, on these dudes, the missiles. Really not helping me. Okay, so the answer to this was I needed to EMP them a lot sooner with something way better. And I didn't. That was mine to throw away, and I threw it away. I think we were in a great position when we had the Scorpions doing Scorpion things, and I think I really screwed up there. But that's okay. You live and you learn. All right, plan is to be back. I honestly don't know when the next stream will be. It will probably be Saturday, but it could happen tomorrow, and it could happen Friday. So cross your fingers for more Travis. You might get some, and I will be looking for you guys and gals next time we stream. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to see y'all. Adios.